Joe Concha is the gentleman on the right-hand side of the screen. $100 million a week, and Harris still lost. Did they learn anything from this, Joe?
Oh, we learned a lot, Stu. That's certainly for sure. You would need a full hour. I've gone through that list to go through all the things they spent money on in the span of 15 weeks, and especially towards the end of the campaign. And you brought her up before, Jen O'Malley Dillon, who ran this campaign along with Stephanie Cutter, David Plouffe. We were told that they were campaign geniuses because they ran the Obama campaign, 12 years ago. So sure, they were ready for this one. They'll never work on another major campaign again because, look, I hope that the team that posts your monologues, Stu, that was one of your best, just because you broke it down so clearly. I hope they post it on social media because everybody should see that, because there's so much to unpack here. For starters, Donald Trump has the thickest skin on the planet. Let's go back to Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski meeting him at Mar-a-Lago over the weekend. Yeah. These two called him Hitler, a fascist, a Nazi sympathizer, racist, sexist, homophobe, xenophobe. And then Trump says, you know what? Let's still meet. He does so while in a great mood in the process. He shows that his strategy is to kill them with kindness. And you could see the comments on the Morning Joe page this morning. Their viewers are in full revolt over that meeting at Mar-a-Lago, at least the viewers that are left anyway. You maybe remember 2 weeks ago I was on your show, and I said that MSNBC would lose 60-70% of their audience. Turns out that I was right. It just happened sooner than I expected, Stu.
They lost 50% of their audience, I think.
In some parts, though, the audience goes to 60 or 7%, 70%, whether you're talking about the key demographic, weekend viewers, prime time. It varies. But overall, yeah, the number is more than half, and that ain't good.
OK. Former White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki says the Democrats have no clear leader. Watch this.
I think Democrats are in the wilderness, as you just said before. There is no clear leader of the party. Joe Biden is going to be out of office shortly. Kamala Harris just lost the election. There are a lot of governors and other people who might emerge. There is no clear leader of the party right now. That, to me, is an opportunity, because people have to decide. Nobody's given it, right? You seize the mantle or you don't.
Yeah, Joe, we've got AOC, Gavin Newsom. They're trying to emerge as leaders of the Trump resistance. So does the party go further left from here or try to move back into the center?
They must go to the center, Stu. That is the only way. The problem is the Republicans now own the center, and they own, obviously, the right. In other words, if Democrats suddenly decide that, OK, we're going to say we're tough on crime, or we're going to be tough on the border, or, we're going to lower inflation by maybe not raising your taxes and reining in spending. Well, Republicans and Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy, J.D. Vance, this whole administration coming in, when they do that, then I don't know where Democrats go, because if they try to be Republican light and try to go to the center and try to claim all these issues, they lost all those issues when they ran a couple of years ago on open borders and more spending, more government, less police. Once you do that, it's hard to put the toothpaste back in the tube. And it may take a generation before Democrats are able to get into major parts of power again. Because after Donald Trump in 4 years, and if he's successful, J.D. Vance could be your 48th president. And then from there, who knows how long it'll take before Democrats can find that leader that they need. If it's AOC, then they're definitely in trouble. That I know.
That you know. Joe Concha, thanks for joining us. See you again real soon.